Let us know your thoughts this morning, gbviews@gbnews.com. Are you concerned by the definition of extremism being tweaked? Is it going to become something that we should all be a little bit frightened of? Please close through the Daily Express. Sam Lister is with us here. Sam, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to kind of read out. So the definition, it says it's the promotion or advancement of an ideology based on violence, hatred or intolerance. And I think that is the concerning bit. And then it says that aims to negate or destroy the fundamental rights and freedoms of others or undermine blah, 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 blah. So I think intolerance, to me, that is a very loose, woolly
and you see,
area.
now, where I worry about that, it could be, I would say, somebody who calls themselves a woman when they're a man who's... And if I call that out, am I then going to be accused of intolerance under this guidance?
Yeah,
now, that's my worry.
I think that's very worrying. I think Miriam Cates, the Conservative MP, she's been a big campaign. She's done a lot of work with the Daily Express on this issue.
Because a man might identify as a woman, but I defend my right to say you're still a bloke.
Exactly.
Now, is that intolerance?
Well,
100%.
Exactly, and that's the worrying bit, I think, about this, and it's not very clear. It's very woolly, it's very loose, it's very open to interpretation.
Yeah.
It is only guidance at the moment.
Yeah. He wasn't right, law. It's not legislation.
I think he's...
I don't think the government would get it through.
I mean, they just wouldn't, not in this time scale.
They've got time, and it would get completely torn apart in the laws. And there's a lot of Tory MPs very concerned
about this because of the issues of free speech.
Yeah.
But then you also have to worry what does happen under a Labour government. They take this, they beef it up a little bit, and then where are we?
And if it's an authoritarian government...
Exactly. And also, so I just think there are big questions about it, but I also have a big problem with the fact that it's civil servants drawing up this list.
Yes.
And... you know, with the best will in the world, I'm not sure I would trust civil servants drawing up this list.
And if it's so important, we're getting the definition today. Why are we not getting the groups that are going to be identified as extremists now? Why have we got to wait 2 more weeks?
Exactly.
What, they're still working on the list? What, they don't know?
Yeah. And there's some suggestions that there are groups in contention here. So Cage say they're a human rights advocacy group. Others say they are actually apologists for extremists, terrorists. They were obviously involved in the Jihadi John case, and they were effectively defending Jihadi John. So, you know, I think people would be quite pleased to see them on this list. But
they'll sue the government, and they'll sue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There'll be legal action.
I think there's a whole minefield ahead.
But don't you think this is a fight the government want? Because they want people to think they're trying to crack down on extremists. Fine, good. But in the same process, they have to be so careful they're not shutting down genuine freedom of opinion and speech. I mean,
and dissidents.
But
you could just be a dissident against the government of the day. Like, genuinely, this channel could be under threat if we all start moving towards this mindset that what you say is more important than what you do.
But also, I think just on if they want this fight, it's kind of a strange fight to pick, because actually yesterday, because of this row with about the Tory donor and the racism row, I went to the briefing with Number 10 after PMQs, and it was dominated by questions of, is Hester an extremist? Is he an extremist? Is he an extremist? Over and over and over again. So they've picked this fight, but actually it's slightly backfiring on them.